Okay, so I want to talk to you today about three poetic techniques. These are end stopping, enjambment, and Caesura. And you're going to see these things in just about every poem that you read. So here we're going to look at a poem called I Save My Love by Marjorie Caesar. And in this poem, Marjorie uses all three of these techniques. The first technique is called end stopping. So end stopping is when a line ends at the end of a phrase or sentence. The easiest way to recognize end stopping is when you see a punctuation mark, like a period, an exclamation point, or a question mark. So line 11 ends at night on my doorstep. That's the line. The entire sentence is the white puff my breath makes when I stand at night on my doorstep, period. Line 11 ends with that period, therefore line 11 can be said to be end stopped. The next example, the next technique is called enjambment. So enjambment is different. Instead of ending at the end of ending a line at the end of a phrase or a sentence, when a poet uses enjambment, what they're doing is taking that sentence and breaking it so that the sentence steps over into the following line. So if we look at line 15, says, your hand a quick tremble in a. That's the line. The full sentence would be, your hand a quick tremble in a brief illumination. So enjambment has an interesting effect. What enjambment does is it creates a kind of mystery or anxiety at the end of the line where your mind wants to complete the sentence, but you're going to have to move to the next line to do that. So in the split second that it takes your eye to move to the next line, your brain has already filled in the ending of that sentence. This is an interesting example where it says, your hand a quick tremble in a. So your mind starts asking in a what and fills in something. Even that word tremble has this kind of anxiety-inducing feeling there. So then when you cross over to the next line and you see that in a brief illumination, now you understand what the poet was saying, but you still have the memory of your first thought in there. So it creates this kind of two things at once effect in the poem. So the third literary technique is Caesura. Now, a Caesura is when a sentence ends in the middle of a line. So if you look in at line 16, brief illumination, period, palm and fingers. The period there is in the middle of the line, and what that creates is a kind of pause. It's a short pause. It's not a long pause because it's in the middle of a line. It's not a long pause like you would have at an end stopped line or a line that ends a stanza even. It's just a short pause so that image lingers for a little while in your mind, and then you go into the next thought, into the next idea.